it needs to cool off, dear. You want to take a shower? I'm sorry.
It should have been in water. The last one lasted a long time.
What'd you do with the last one?
I guess it's in the water. I don't know, maybe.
Did you throw it away or keep it?
No, I threw it away because we
You
replaced
threw it
it.
away. That one lasted forever.
It is
was
weird,
really
though.
weird. That last one lasted like months and months.
Hmm.
And where did you get the other one at?
I don't know. Maybe it had a different type of. Maybe the ending was cut differently.
So that one was Central Market or Whole Foods?
Yeah, the stem on the other one lasted longer.
That one lasted.
Recut it so that it shapes.
No, don't get me, dear.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, if you look on it, it says Queen. But it does not fit a queen. Not on the fitted sheet. So it's not made for Tempur-Pedic, even though it shows kind of like a comfortable, I don't know exactly if that's a bed or, I guess that is a bed. It's a mattress, I guess is what it is. It says queen. I remember reading something where it said full queen, but it says queen. And if you look, our problem with it is that it does not fit. And it snaps off. So we're gonna have to return it and try to get something that's gonna fit. See, this does not fit. Not Tempur-Pedic. You probably want to go with the king size if you have Tempur-Pedic size, because it'll pull up and just snap off. And you have to remake it all the time. And it's an ordeal. So I'd go with king size, even though it's queen. But you can see it's the queen.
I don't know, he's confused. Why do you look so sad and pathetic with the food on?
I don't know. I say we go back and get a king, and it does say queen. Huh? You moved what? Oh, you moved it to a higher plane.
Well, no, I put it on the bottom, and it seemed like he didn't like it, so now I moved it back, and he's gonna spill it. You spilled a bunch last week, and oh yeah, we're getting low on cat food.
Yeah, he does like it a little higher, so he doesn't have to. It's more comfortable for him.
I don't know. But see, the dog bowls aren't big enough, because you don't want the whiskers touching the side of the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
So it's
how
higher.
else
It's
it-
higher up, so you can. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You got mad because I moved it. Okay, he likes it for me.
All right, we're dealing with 91 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is wintertime in February. 208,581 miles on the odometer. It is February 26th of 2024. I want to talk about Alien. It's a 1979 sci-fi film that really works very well as a horror film. It is sci-fi, and it was created by a lot of different people. And what I thought was interesting is Dan Oberman, whatever his name is, I don't know the guy's name, but his name is Dan. He was one of the writers. He also was a visual effects consultant. So he wasn't just the writer on Alien. He was one of the writers. There was many of them, but he was also worked with the visual department. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing that was cool is you got Sigourney Weaver, one of her great performances. Of course, the cat, Jonesy. The cat's very good in it. It's a very good cat. A lot of good reactions. You have a great actor known known as Ian Holm, who plays Ash, who actually turns out to be an android. Well, he's called a robot in it by one of the actors, one of the black actors. I don't remember his name, but there's also, he did good though. All the actors were good. There's John Hurt is in it. Now, he's like always one of my favorite actors. He was a great performance of the Elephant Man. He's also in the Elephant Man, which is directed by David Lynch. But John Hurt's in that. And two actors that worked with David Lynch, Harry Dean Stanton and John Hurt, are in Alien. It's a very good movie. And it's one of my top 3 all-time favorite sci-fi films. This is a 1979 original version. Now, it's very consistent. It's set in ideally one location, really, on the mothership. But they do stop off at the planet. I think the mothership is like Nothrasta or something, like Nasarma or something. I don't know the name of it. But anyway, it's got a name. It's like Nasarmo or something. It's got some Nostromo or something. It's got some weird name like that. Anyway, there's later on the Prometheus is talked about in later sequels and stuff. And that's a whole different story. But you see a little bit of it in H.R. Geiger's art. So it's shown. What I thought was really interesting about Alien is sometimes it's shown in the beginning through the, I guess you call them astronauts or they're miners or whatever they are. I don't know. Someone wears like a military hat, you know, whatever they are. Now in the sequel, they're Marines, but in this one, they're like explorers or they work for like a company and they're going out to mine something, but they have this android on the ship that's only job is to bring back the life form at the expense of everybody else. That's a company. So it's one of those shows that talks about the damage of corporation and stuff like that. That's another thing I like about it. The acting is amazing in Alien. It's very good acting. All the actors are just very believable. Sigourney Weaver's like one of her great performances. And now there's also like Harry Dean Stanton was just like amazing in that. He's a very good actor. And like all of them, and I'll find out all their names and stuff. I really like Alien. Big fan of it. Now, another thing, H.R. Geiger's artwork was already developed. So they had just kind of merged it with the sci-fi. It just worked like perfectly. And I know that the beginning part of the screenplay is used as an example of how to write in an economical way. So I hear the screenplay is a very good screenplay. It's written by like 3 or 4 writers. And the story came out from Dan's idea, and then some other some other writers, they're screenplay writers. One of them has a name G in it. It's like Gearly or something like that. I don't know. They really did a good job on putting the whole movie together. And there's really not a flaw in the entire movie. I don't really think there's really major problem. Now, here's some good thing about Alien that I think works well as a screenplay and as a movie. It's got like kind of shifting climax. So it doesn't just stay like one climax and then just fall into resolution. It keeps trying. It keeps taking you along the ride, like what's going to happen next. And you think everything's okay in Alien. That's what I like about it, is everything's fine, and all of a sudden there's this surprise, and also the jump scares are good. And here's what I mean. So the Alien, we never really know it's on the ship until John Hurt's character gets up and starts acting weird, or he starts coughing. They're all having this meal. The shot's really cool. It's like the Last Supper kind of shot. They're all sitting kind of like, you see it's like a wide shot, and they're all sitting there and they're like eating like noodles or something. And then it shows John Hurt, and he starts flipping out. He's like going in these like almost like convulsions or whatever, and they think it's very planned out. They think it's maybe like a seizure or something like that. And then all of a sudden the alien just we got a lot of traffic right here. A lot of traffic coming up. It's like maybe 448. You see it. A lot of people coming to Fort Worth. And he's flipping out all this stuff, and the alien just protrudes from his chest, and just breaks out. And you realize at that moment, that's the inciting incident of the movie, and it goes right into effect to kill that alien, or they want to get rid of it. But they find out that the corporations want to keep the alien. And there is an android that kind of, I guess Ripley is the character's name, played by Sigourney Weaver. She pushes him in the control room, or it's like a computer room or something like that. And I guess from that point on, you find out that the android is kind of evil and will do everything to kill everybody just to save the life form, which is they call, the alien. And there's a big fight that breaks out, and then I think the black dude like knocks his head, and his head comes off, and it's actually a robot. It's not a real person at all. And that's one like big climactic moment, but then it leads to another one, where they have to go out and find the alien, and they're killed one by one on the ship, of the mothership. They try to, it's also kind of like a zombie film in a way, because they have to come up with like makeshift plans to kill the alien. In the zombie movies, they always come up with these like plans, and they use their tools, to try to, they don't use like real weapons. They create these tools, and that's kind of a biblical thing too, if you read the Bible. But they create these tools and turn their tools into weapons to kill the alien. It's actually really, it's a cool idea, because I think in James Cameron's version, it's more convenient because the Marines are already there. They already have weaponry. They just go right into warfare. Alien takes its time. I'm talking about the original. No, I'm not saying that James Cameron's wasn't good. It was very action-packed. Everyone loves it, and everyone loves the sequel. I like the original better. I like what Ridley Scott did. Also, I think that the science or the department of the art department's way better than the sequel on the original. I think it's way better on the original. The original, the art department is superior. If you really look at the alien detail, the salivation coming off the mouth of the alien and all of that stuff, I think, in the way that it moves and everything, I think it's superior to the sequel. But the sequel's good though. It's not too bad. Another thing that they do is you see some of the like the mothership and stuff through the film and media, or not the film and media, but through the video. Through their video, they have like video stuff on their equipment and stuff like that. So you kind of see it. It's all kind of blurry and weird. That was put into the sequel too. So they used that. So Cameron has a keen eye to bring that in. That was a big deal. You're seeing like the action through a camera, through like an actual camera kind of thing. You're seeing the action through a camera, as opposed to just looking from a narrative point of view of the non-diegetic camera, or whatever you want to call it. The camera that's kind of looking through like God's eye, or whatever the narrative camera, whatever you want to call it. You could call it broccoli, it doesn't really matter. But whatever the camera is that is showing that it's a movie kind of thing, But you're also seeing some of it through the cameras of the crew, of the characters' camera. It's hard to, I guess to explain, but it's like the astronaut's camera. You're seeing that, and it brings a heightened reality to the situation. Now, Cameron in Aliens in the sequel, he uses that far more than Ridley Scott did. But it's a good idea. A lot of the original ideas came from Ridley Scott, and I think it's probably one of our most important sci-fi films, other than 2001: Space Odyssey, which is Kubrick, and all the other fun ones. All right, first one, 536, 10 minutes, 4.3 miles.